What's going on, bikers? Today I'm going to be replacing this LED taillight that I have here on my 2010 Triumph Street Triple, because as you can see, a few of the LEDs are not working on it, and this LED light was on it when I got it. So what I did is I went on eBay and I found a similar light setup. This one was 65 bucks. So I should be able to pretty much just plug and play this guy in place with this one. A little frustrated that the lights just kind of stopped working there on the brake light, but as you guys know, it's super important to be well seen when riding, so got to get this light replaced and pop in this new one. So today, I'm going to be doing that. All right, now that I got the seat removed and I'm kind of doing my assessment here of the wires, it looks like it's going to be pretty much plug and play. There is a plug right here that's coming out of the stock harness into this plug, and it looks like this new one has that plug, but on here it's black, so it looks like this will plug right into there. And then there's this blue and white wire that's coming out of the light, and I think that must be these two yellow wires on the new light. And the key to this is you just kind of get it hooked up and you plug stuff together and kind of test it to see if what works. So it should be pretty easy here. So I'm going to get this taken off. There's two bolts right here that'll come right off and then unplugged, and then uncouple those connectors right there, and I should have access to then put on new connectors here and plug this in. Now I also did notice there's this plug with a black and yellow wire with nothing plugged into it. This must be something from the stock harness that was part of the stock setup. Not quite sure, but we're gonna get it all hooked up and see if we can get it working. All right, got the old taillight assembly and wiring removed. Now gonna stick the new one in. All right, so one of the first things I test is obviously just get that plug plugged in, and then I just stripped the ends of these two wires and stuck them in. Well, I wrapped this one around this wire here because this terminal came off when I was trying to unplug it, and then I folded up the end of this one, stuck it inside there just to see if everything's gonna hook up. So this plug here is actually what controls the light. So as soon as I plugged that in, the brake light came on, and these guys are for the turn signals. So I'm gonna go ahead and test the signals. So got the left on. Oh no, would you look at that? It's wired up correctly. Let's try the right. And there's the right. Boom. And let's see the brake. And the brake's working too. So that's how everything's all wired up, or how it's supposed to be. So I guess this is, not sure what that's for, but it's for something stock with the original fender and all that. But this is the right configuration on these wires. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up and stuff back in place. But it looks like we're pretty much good to go. All right, well, I've got all of these wires all taped up, and I mean, that's not the prettiest thing in the whole wide world, but it's all set and ready to go now. And so you just kind of like tuck it down into the back there, and then I can put my tools and accessories back on top of it. When I'm working on wiring things back up and taping it up, I like to leave the lights on and constantly, be testing them to make sure that as I'm hooking things up and taping it all up, that stuff doesn't come apart. But yeah, new light is in place. Clean, much brighter, all the LEDs work. We're gonna call this mod done.